Hello and welcome to Applecross Primary's podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by me, Lisa, Sienna, Ethel, Anais, Reuben and Kiara. Firstly, we need your help. We are running a competition to name our podcast. All name suggestions can be placed in the box outside room 21. The competition closes Friday, week 6, June 3rd. The winner will be announced in our next episode when we reveal our name. Now to our first segment, an interview with our new principal, Mrs Bouska.
Good morning, Mrs Bouska. Thank you so much for letting us interview you for the school podcast.
We thought this would be a great opportunity for us to get to know you a bit better.
Why did you want to be a principal at Applecross?
Okay, good morning girls, it was lovely to meet you. Thank you for picking me to interview. There are lots and lots of wonderful people at the school. So it's a good opportunity, I guess, for me to share a little bit about myself, being the new principal at Applecross Primary. So before Mrs Bouska actually applied for the position of principal, when Mr Guelphy and Mrs Hooper left, I did a bit of research because what Mrs Bouska wanted to really find out is whether I would fit the way my ideals would fit the school community. Through my whole life, my whole teaching career as an educator, I've always wanted to make a difference for children's education. I enjoy working with children and spending time with lots of you. So I always wanted to make sure that children had a positive experience at the school. I really, when I looked at the website and I drove past the school, I did chatting with lots of principals in the area. I love the culture of the Applecross Primary School. I love that it was multicultural. I love the fact that the children are so lovely and so respectful at the school, and everyone had really nice things to say. And I thought, maybe this might be a really nice fit for me to make a difference. And I also really love the idea of the the values of the school, which is your achievement, your diversity, growth, and integrity. Integrity is really important for me as a leader, because I've always said I'd like to lead with integrity. So when I saw that, I thought, this might be something for me to actually sort of try and apply for. And I did. So change is really exciting. I believe in change, and I'm really happy to be here. I'm meeting lots of students here and all you lovely year sixes.
What other schools were you at before Applecross?
Some of you may not know that Mrs Bouska spent a lot of my teaching career teaching overseas. So I was an international school educator for a really long time. So a lot of my teaching career, maybe 12 or 15 years, was spent in Asia and in Europe, and I did a bit of work in the America as well. But when I came back to Australia, I started teaching in Canning Vale and the Armidale area, but my principal's position were at Bletchley Park, Piara Waters, Subiaco Primary last year, and then finally here at Applecross. So I've been in teaching for a long time, about 30 years. I'm an old lady, so I've done the rounds.
What achievement are you most proud of in your career?
I think one of the most, thinking about it, there are many things that I'm really proud of, making, like I said before, making a big difference in children's education. But I think back to the time when I first started teaching. I was a very young teacher. It was one of the first few classes that I actually had. And there was a little boy there named Anais. He had just come from Mexico. He couldn't speak any English, and I worked really hard with him to actually help him to sort of learn English and work through maths and understanding the culture and all the changes. Anyway, many years later, I was I love to travel, and I was walking through the airport in Singapore, and suddenly someone goes, Miss, and I turned around, who's this going, Miss? And he said, can you remember me? It was a young man dressed in a pilot's uniform, and he said, can you remember me? And I said, no, sorry, I can't remember you. And he said, it's me, it's Ernesto. You taught me when I was in year 2. And I said, oh, well, it was lovely to see you, Ernesto. And he said, I just wanted to stop and say thank you for making a big difference in my life. Thank you for teaching me how to speak English and to do maths, because I'm now a pilot at Singapore Airlines. And I said, oh well, that's wonderful to hear, I'm so proud of you. Anyway, we had a little chat and I went on my way, and when I got on the plane, we were all sitting down. I can't remember where we were travelling to with my husband and my 2 children. Suddenly over the PA, he says, I'd like to welcome my second grade teacher here, Mrs Bouska. She's the reason why I'm sitting in the cockpit, and it was really such a nice feeling because he was such a nice boy. And I was very, very proud of what he had achieved, and that's one of the nice feelings you get, really. So I taught this little boy how to read and write and speak English, and he remembered it his whole life. I was very proud of that.
Thank you for answering our questions.
We hope to see you around the school.
Good. I hope to see you guys too. If not, you can come visit me in my office. Now you know where I live.
Hi, my name is Ethel.
And my name's Anais.
We are presenting Would You Rather with the Year 1s and 2s, Zara, Theodore and Kai for Room 8.
Would you rather have a brother or a sister?
A sister. A brother. A brother.
Would you rather be Batman or Superman?
Superman. Batman. Batman.
Would you rather be able to turn invisible or be able to fly?
Be able to fly. To turn invisible. To turn invisible.
Would you rather go to the beach or the pool?
The pool. The pool. The pool.
Would you rather have a pet cat or a pet dog?
A pet dog. A pet dog. A pet dog.
Would you rather play for West Coast Eagles or Fremantle Dockers?
West Coast Eagles. West Coast Eagles. West Coast Eagles.
Did you know about Applecross Primary?
Did you know the school has a heritage listed building, the old schoolroom?
When the school first opened in 1905, the teachers would live at the school.
Early in the school years, there was only one class.
On January 26, 1905, only 22 children aged between 5 and 16 attended the school.
Did you know that the 4 factions at Applecross Primary School are named after famous athletes? Herb Elliott is a world record holder for running 1,500 metres. Kurt Fearnley is a Paralympic gold medalist, and Shirley Strickland is famous for having more Olympic medals than any other Australian in running sports.
Lastly, Kathy Freeman is famous for lighting the Olympic fame in the opening ceremony of Sydney Olympic Games. Then, 10 days later, winning the gold medal in the 400 metres women's race. On top of her achievements, she was also the first Indigenous person to win a gold medal.
In week 2, the PNC held their annual Mother's Day store.
There was a wonderful variety of gifts such as coffee cups, accessories and candles.
Each class visited and purchased a present to spoil the influential women in their lives on Mother's Day.